Subscribe to the Archivist 42 channel for gaming top 5s, reviews and more. Hi people, it's Archivist here, coming at you with yet another top 5. Whenever a game comes out to massive critical acclaim and huge financial success, it only makes sense that the developers release a sequel. Should the second installment also be a success, the developers may continue to make a third game. By this point, the game series has usually received a great deal of attention and is well known throughout the gaming industry and even beyond. So, in today's list, I'll be going through my top 5 video game trilogies. Enjoy.
Number 5.
I had to think a lot about putting the Mass Effect series on the list, although there is no doubt that each entry is an excellent example of third-person shooter and RPG combined. We are all aware of the stain that has been left on the series. The ending to Mass Effect 3 was very anticlimactic. To be fair, it's not the worst ending of any video game, but considering how much was leading up to it, it did leave many a fan underwhelmed. However, as damaging as this aspect was, when I think back to playing Mass Effects 1, 2 and 3, it's not the endings I remember, but instead the journey itself.
Number 4.
The Assassin's Creed series may have more than 3 major games to its name overall, but there is a trilogy in there. Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations tell the tale of Ezio, one of the most fully realised video game characters ever. We begin his journey right from his birth and then all the way through his adolescence, adulthood and finally his death. By giving such a deep insight into Ezio's life, the player is granted a powerful connection that serves to strengthen the overall sense of immersion. I would have placed the Ezio trilogy higher on the list, however I have to say I did feel a little disappointed by Revelations.
Number 3.
The original Halo trilogy redefined first-person shooters as we know them. Master Chief may not have the personality of Ezio, but it wasn't necessarily the story that made Halos 1, 2 and 3 so compelling. The Halo games managed to improve on their multiplayer enormously after each installment. There were relatively small changes such as the ability to hijack vehicles, and larger ones such as the introduction of Forge Mode, which allows players to create their own maps.
Number 2.
God of War 1 and God of War 2 were arguably two of the best games available for the PlayStation 2. The combat was visceral, the graphics were cutting edge for their time, and the story was epic. Many a fan of the series wondered how the developers could possibly improve upon these two masterpieces. What we got was one of the most refined action-adventure games ever, that continued the narrative from God of War 2 seamlessly. The original God of War trilogy is known for its massive boss battles, bloody violence, and occasional puzzles.
It's number 1.
The Uncharted series is synonymous with quality graphics, storytelling, and gameplay. Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves, and Drake's Deception are all their own self-contained adventures, so you can start anywhere you like without feeling as though you've missed out. However, there are recurring characters such as Sully, Elena, and of course Nathan Drake himself, which gives the games a sense of unity. As you progress through the games, you begin to learn and love the characters. If I was to recommend the Uncharted trilogy to anyone, it would be to fans of films like Indiana Jones, as the two franchises have a great deal in common. Those are my top 5 video game trilogies. Be sure to let me know which video game trilogies you've enjoyed the most in the comments below. As always people, thanks very much for watching and see you next time.